Lovely to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Well, the idea of failure is really actually a delusion driven by fear of the unknown, the uncertain and the unfamiliar, by holding tightly to our assumptions and biases. And this is really just holding on to what we know and what we're familiar with. I believe we need to tip the idea of failure on its head. Rather than glorifying its necessity, we need to expose it for what it is. An opportunity to elevate humanity rather than plus or minus experience in material gain or a measure of right and wrong. Imagine a school system where you went to the top of the class for failing rather than the bottom, where we recognise the opportunity for growth rather than the intervention. Carol Dweck, in her book Mindset, points out that the inventor of the IQ test, Alfred Binet, designed the test to enable those with lower scores to be better served by the new education programs of the times, not to actually glorify those with the higher scores. Now, we've completely lost sense of that. Through our highly modernised and simplified world of sound bites, slogans, the next big thing, we've actually really lost the essence of what it truly means to fail. We also need to recognise our propensity for arrogance and currency. This is yet another delusion that somehow modern times and modern thinking is more evolved and superior to how people have thought in the past. Therefore, it's really nothing but arrogance to assume that our current understanding of failure is in any way correct or helpful. My neighbour, she manages to fail every evening when she goes to bed. Try as she might, she can't drown out the incessant voices inside her head. She can't work, she lives alone, and she knows failure really well. If we face the fear of the unknown, the uncertain and the unfamiliar, we can see failure for what it truly is. An opportunity to shift the course of humanity rather than the selfish and narrow quest of individual success. We have the opportunity to start a revolution. Now, it's a challenge and it'll be more difficult than to sustain than any diet, exercise regime, cutting out the booze, coffee or smokes, but one that can fundamentally change the course of our history, one failure at a time.